Alright guys, welcome to RV Living At, and today we're going to discuss a few things that you need to buy for your rig if you are new to the RV world, if you just bought one and you really don't know what any of these products are, or you should probably get familiar with them. They will save your rig from leaks and depreciation, and we all know they're going to depreciate all on their own. We don't need to give them any reason.
Right, these guys are the things that I always carry with us. These are the things, the first thing I do when I buy an RV, and these are periodic maintenance that you have to do to keep the water out. So, you know, just keeping your waterproof, keeping your rig waterproofed, and in case anything happens on the road, you should have these things with you to fix any of those leaks. So let's go over them one by one, and we see a lot of this on the Facebook groups as far as people asking what they should use to keep the water out. I see a lot of people asking if silicone is appropriate for exterior leaks, and I guess if it's the only thing you have, you got to use it on the spot. But silicone breaks down outside, and it's just not as flexible as you need to have on an RV. So the first thing I do is I use a product called ProFlex RV, and you always have to have a caulking gun with you. This product, this isn't clear. This is designed for the walls, the outside perimeter of your RV, and any of the corners and around windows and things like that. So this stuff is extremely flexible, extremely tacky. Around things like your bays here, around marker lights, any penetrations you see over these outlets here, these have all been sealed with something like a ProFlex product, and this is what I go around and do all my corners, tops of the windows. I generally keep the bottom of the windows open so that rain can weep out if you do get anything in there, and that goes for any of these penetrations as well. If water does get in, you do want a little spot for it to weep out, so you don't want to totally seal it. But this ProFlex product is, like I said, very tacky, very sticky. So typically you want to have something like a lacquer thinner and a rag. Soak your rag in the lacquer thinner so that when you wipe the product down with your finger, you can clean it off. Otherwise it just builds up on your finger and makes a mess. So that's product number one. I always keep at least one tube around in case you do find a leak, and it's something you want to check probably every 6 months or so and make sure you don't have any leaks opening up.
And that is one thing that we found over the last several months that we've been looking for a rig, that a lot of these people selling the rigs have never sealed it or done any of the things that we're about to mention.
Right.
So this is the reason why we had a 4-month search, because everything was leaking.
Yeah, that's pretty common. People just don't get up on the roofs and they don't check their corners. We had an RV that had the back corners leaking, and something like this, you know, every couple months, even once a year, just go back up there and make sure that you don't have any, even small holes will get a lot of water in an RV, and then mold starts and you got issues. And the way that these things move down the road, you're always breaking these seals. You know, this thing flexes. That's why silicone isn't that great, because it's not as flexible as something like this that's designed for RVs specifically. And don't use this on the roof though. This is not a roofing product. We'll get to that next, because this is something that you can't coat over, and it's just not designed for the roof. So on your walls, perimeter, ProFlex. We'll leave a link to all this stuff down below if you want to check it out. On your roof, Dicor is the recommended product for most RVs. Again, check with your roofing type and whatever, but we have a rubber roof on our unit. This works with TPO roofs. I believe it works with a lot of other roofs, but we'll leave a link to this as well. This is white because we have a white roof, and this is specifically designed for the top of your roof because it self-levels. You don't want to use something like this on the perimeter because it's just going to sag off the side of your RV. This will be around any of your penetrations in the roof, your vents, your black tank plumbing vents, your skylights, around the perimeter where it seals to the edges.
Especially in a fifth wheel where you have the cap up front, we've noticed that a lot of people do not seal where that cap and the roof kind of intertwine. And that seal on one of the rigs that we had found was a beautiful rig, but they didn't know about this product.
No.
So that was a giant gaping hole.
Yeah. And then, in fairness to them, they were an elderly couple. They couldn't get on the roof, So if that's the case, if you just have physical limitations where you can't get on the roof, find somebody who can, because it cost them the sale, because again, it was a beautiful unit, but they were literally taking on water, and we just didn't want to take that chance. We didn't know how long that had been open, and it was just a wide open gap with water pouring right in. So Dicor is our second recommendation for roofing. Keep that on hand, and again, every 6 months you're supposed to get up there and check all your penetrations and make sure it hasn't pulled away, started cracking, deteriorating, and just double check those constantly. So finally on our list is a product called a Turnabond tape, and this is something that is more of an emergency repair item that you want to keep on the rig. It's pretty expensive stuff. It's a really tacky roof coating. You'll see it on some stuff like our slide where the roof meets the outside wall of the slide. They use this product, so I'm going to have to update that.
I don't know if you can see what kind of product it is.
And all it really does, it's the white. You can get different colors, but our roof again is white, so the exterior is white, and then the inside has a clear plastic sheet that you pull off and you tack it down. This I keep on, again, I'm doing repairs on the slide where the top screw holes are starting to wear through it, so I'm replacing that. And I also keep it on the rig in case you ever hit a tree limb and you're somewhere where it tears a hole in your roof into the coating. This is something that you can use as a temporary repair until you can get it to a shop, or actually a permanent repair in some cases if it's not that bad. If it's just a little hole or just a little tear where you caught a tree limb or something with the edge of the roof.
We see that quite often.
Absolutely. To pair with this, they also make a they also make an adhesive enhancer / primer. You don't necessarily need this, but belt and suspenders for me. So I spray this on first. It makes the roof really tacky, cleans it up, and then you put on the product. You also want to have probably a little roller to get all the air bubbles out and roll it as you go. Get your edges down. And then a really good pair of utility scissors to cut it, otherwise it gets gummed up in a normal pair like kitchen scissors wouldn't be too great with this. It would just kind of tear. So it's definitely something you want to keep on hand. Even a small roll for small fixes on the road. If you're in a rainstorm and you got a hole in the roof, this is something you want to have around. So really, to keep the water out of your rig, these are the products that we recommend for our unit. Again, check with your individual rig and your manufacturer. Maybe it's something like, obviously if you have an Airstream, you're not going to want to use Dicor on the roof, right? Because, well, maybe you do. I don't know much about Airstreams, but it's not a product that you want this big honking white glob on your Airstream.
Right.
So, but for typical type of RVs, these are the products that we use, and just be vigilant.
And we're
about
very
checking.
confident in these products.
Yeah, just definitely do periodic checks. Maybe put it on the calendar, check every 6 months. Or if you had an incident where you did run into a tree limb, get up there and check, make sure you didn't do any damage. Just keep at least 1 tube of each of this on the rig at all times in case you are traveling. Like we had a leak in New Mexico, right? In the front, we ended up having to buy some sealant on the road, and it wasn't as good as the ProFlex. So now I always keep at least a tube of this stuff on hand. But hopefully that helps, and we're going to leave links to everything below. Alright, so I hope this has helped you guys out a bit, and these are just products that you want to keep on your rig, and just be vigilant about checking all your seams and corners of the RV at all times. If you found any benefit with this video, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button, maybe leave us a comment if there's any products that you guys have had success with in the past. It really helps out the channel, get more people to view these type of videos and hopefully save their RV from leaks. Or if you see somebody in a Facebook group that's really got some questions about using what type of product, maybe share a video there and it can help somebody else out. So again, thank you for watching our channel, RV Living Yet, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye guys, thanks again.